There is a stillness that exists just before dawn. A silence so complete that even the trees seem to hold their breath. It is in this stillness that the oldest healing on earth has always lived. Not in hospitals, not in laboratories, but in the quiet space between one breath and the next. Tonight, or perhaps this very moment, something brought you here. And in the Buddhist tradition, nothing arrives without a cause. You are not here by accident. You are here because your body has been whispering to you for a long time, asking you to slow down, to listen, to return to something ancient and true. What you are about to hear is not a medical procedure. It is not a technique you memorize and perform like a machine. It is a ritual, a sacred 5-minute ritual passed down through generations of forest monks who lived under open skies, for slept on the roots of trees, and healed not with pills, but with presence, breath, and the deep intelligence already living inside the human body. To continue healing your body and soul through these ancient teachings, I invite you to join our path by subscribing to this sanctuary. Leave a comment saying, "I choose to heal." These words are not empty. They are seeds you plant in the soil of your own becoming. Before we enter the ritual itself, you need to understand something the monks understood centuries before modern science caught up. Your body already knows how to heal. When you cut your finger, you do not instruct the blood to clot. When you catch a cold, you do not command your immune cells to fight. There is a wisdom operating beneath your conscious mind, a silent physician that never sleeps. The only thing standing between you and this physician is the noise, the worry, the tension you carry like stones in your chest. The Buddha once said that a still mind is the beginning of all medicine. He did not mean stillness as emptiness. He meant stillness as clarity. When muddy water is left undisturbed, the dirt sinks and the water becomes clear. Your mind works the same way. Every anxious thought, every replayed argument, every fear about tomorrow is a hand stirring the water. The moment you stop stirring, healing begins. This is the first doorway of the ritual. Clearing the mind, not by force, not by fighting your thoughts, but by simply watching them rise and fall, the way you would watch clouds crossing a wide and endless sky. You do not chase the clouds. You do not argue with them. You let them pass, and what remains is the sky itself, vast, open, and perfectly still. Now imagine yourself sitting at the edge of a quiet forest. The air smells of damp earth and green leaves. A gentle wind moves through the branches above you, and with every gust, it carries the scent of wild herbs, eucalyptus, lavender, pine resin, the ancient perfume of the living world. The monks who practiced this ritual did not separate themselves from nature. They understood that the human body is not a machine placed on the earth. It is the earth. Your bones carry the same minerals as the mountains. Your blood holds the same salt as the ocean. Your breath shares the same rhythm as the wind moving through those trees. This is the second doorway, healing through the living world around you. The monks would walk barefoot on the forest floor each morning, not as exercise, but as communion. They would place their hands on the bark of ancient trees and breathe slowly, feeling the quiet pulse of life moving through the wood. Modern science now tells us that trees release compounds called phytoncides that strengthen the human immune system. That sunlight on the skin triggers the production of vitamin D. That the sound of running water calms the nervous system in ways no pill can replicate. The monks already knew this. They called it returning to the source. So as you sit here now, wherever you are, imagine roots growing from the base of your spine down into the warm, dark earth beneath you. Imagine those roots drawing up nourishment, strength, and the quiet patience of the soil. You are not separate from this planet. You are its child, and it has been waiting to hold you. Now we arrive at the third doorway. Faith. Not faith in a doctrine or a deity, but faith in the process of life itself. The monk does not demand that the sun rise. He trusts that it will. He does not force the river to flow. He knows it already does. This kind of surrender is not weakness. It is the deepest form of intelligence. It is the understanding that you do not have to carry everything alone, that something larger than your mind, larger than your plans, is already at work. Place your right hand gently on your heart. Feel the beating beneath your palm. You did not start that rhythm. You cannot stop it by will. It has been faithful to you since before you drew your first breath. Trust it now. Say quietly within yourself, I release what I cannot control. I trust the healing that is already moving through me. They feel those words land in your chest like warm light. Feel your shoulders drop. Feel your jaw soften. This is what surrender feels like. Not giving up, letting in. And now the final doorway opens. Rest, the deepest, most sacred form of healing the body knows. The Buddha taught his monks to approach sleep not as unconsciousness, but as a return to the source. He said that a person who falls asleep with a peaceful heart and a free mind wakes reborn. Every cell in your body waits for the night to do its most important work. Your brain flushes toxins through a system that only activates in deep sleep. Your immune system releases its strongest agents in the darkness. Your muscles repair. Your memories consolidate. Your heart finds its slowest, most restorative rhythm. But this miracle requires your permission. If you bring anger to bed, your body tenses. If you bring worry, your breath stays shallow. If you bring regret, your sleep becomes a battlefield instead of a sanctuary. So tonight, before you close your eyes, try this. Lie on your back. Place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Breathe in slowly through your nose for 4 counts. Hold gently for 2. Exhale through your mouth for 6. With each exhale, imagine a gray mist leaving your body, carrying away the weight of the day. Do this 7 times. Then whisper to yourself, my body heals tonight. My mind is at peace. I am safe. And let sleep take you like a river, carrying you gently toward the sea. You have just walked through 4 ancient doorways. Clearing the mind, communion with nature, surrender through faith, and the sacred rest of sleep. These are not separate practices. They are one circle, each feeding the next, each opening the way for the other. The monks did not heal because they had special powers. They healed because they remembered what we have forgotten, that the body is a temple, that breath is prayer, that silence is medicine, and that every single night, the universe offers you a chance to be born again. You do not need to climb a mountain for this. You do not need to leave your life behind. You only need 5 minutes, a willing heart, and the courage to be still. Start tonight. Practice for 7 days without fail. And watch what begins to change in your body, your sleep, your energy, and the quiet feeling that something ancient and kind has begun to move through you again. If this message reached the place inside you that has been waiting to hear it, write in the comments, I choose to heal tonight. Share this with someone whose body and soul need this sanctuary. And remember, you were never broken. You were only disconnected from the silence where healing lives. Return to it now. It has been waiting for you all along.